Okay, so once you have your skirt basic block pattern, then you can actually take from my website measurements and everything, or just follow the book that I have recommended. And once you have that skirt block pattern, then you can start tracing off this pattern to create your own design. So I'm gonna have like pockets here, and the dimension of the pockets, it's up to you how big you want the pockets to be honest with you. I always say rule of thumb, big enough for my phone. So if I can add my phone to my pocket, that's how I measure the pocket, and I go down at least 4 cm. That's how I create my pocket. Big enough for my hands. So you can put it back and see if you're happy with the shaping, but other than that, it's big enough for my phone. That is the main thing. I might actually make it a little bit deeper and go a little bit more down. So now what we're going to do is add all of seam allowance. You can either do 1 cm or 1.5 cm. I'm doing 1 cm. And then for the hem, I add 2 cm seam allowance because I'm just going to overlock and stitch in place. Okay, so if you want the hem to be narrower because you want a narrow pencil skirt hem, then you will need to add a vent. So you can go ahead and make the hem narrower. I generally do like a rule of thumb like 5 cm. I think this is one I've done 6 cm for now, but 5 cm is actually quite good. And then redraw your line. So I'll just redraw my line. So this will be your new seam allowance line, and this will no longer be there. Because you're going to add a vent. And then for the vent, you need to know how long do you want this vent to be. You can add that seam allowance when you're doing on the pattern. And then that 4 cm that you added onto, just cut all around it. So this is your back panel, your back dart, your back pocket, your grain, your vent, and then your center back. You can add 1 cm or you can add 2 cm. I'm going to add 2 cm just because I'm going to have the zip. Okay, that's your back panel. So obviously this fabric the print of the fabric goes along against the grain. So I turn it around because I want the print to face the other way. So that's what impact my stretchability, but it's fine because it's quite stiff. I'm okay with that. And I've added extra anyway for more room. I place the hem to the south edge so that I don't need to finish the hem. Ha ha ha! Smart thinking. So that is my front, which is on the fold. Okay, and then also what you want to do is you want to put your pin where your dart is, and then mark the dart. And then don't forget to put your notch. That panel's confused. And then fold it. I'm just going to show you how to put it together, and then we can do the dots at the same time. If it's not matching, you'll have to squeeze it in to make sure it does match, but it should be matching. So that is what you're going to do. So you're going to all the way right here, and then you have the dots. So you see that point is here. So now we're going to put the invisible zip. So the invisible zip, you can do it also by hand if you're more comfortable with. I'm going to use a special feet, which is for the invisible zip that I'm going to be using. The right side up. And go to the bottom end of this stopper. You have this part. You want to close that, pushing away, going into that seam, putting it together, going where that stop. Doesn't have to be exactly on the line, but just near enough, and then making sure this is aligned. Going back a little bit. So now we're doing the waistband. So the front waistband is this, and then we're attaching back. And then push this towards the back. Just want to make sure that this is aligned, so it goes all towards the side seam. And then once you come here, this goes over. So that it covers an edge stitch to keep it flat. So, and you do it all the way around, you pin it, push the seam towards the side seam, fold the 2 cm back, stop there. You don't need to go all over, just stop there and then do that, because that's going to be stitched either way. Okay, so let's start sewing. This is an edge stitch pushing the seam up. iron back, you have the stitch to just prevent it from rolling. Okay, so I made a boo-boo. I was supposed to have this like 4 cm, but it ended up being 2 cm. So what you would end up need to do is stitch this down and go all the way down. I'm gonna finish the edges because I'm gonna do this part. And it's gonna be an edge stitch. So I would normally start from here. Put it there. Get the needle out. Lift it up. I'm gonna leave the hem raw. Just because I like the finish of it. I think it's quite nice finish. I'm gonna leave the hem raw. And this is it, really. You will hand stitch this, hand stitch on the inside, and that'll be it. So do you like this video? Like, comment and hit the bell for subscribing. Until next time, bye bye.